three-point shot, but falls just short. Manages to save the ball from falling out, though. LaSalle's still maintains possession. Might be able to go grab the ball, though. LaSalle's might be able to pull this off. No.
Player will trip. Los Gatos does seem to be taking this rather defensively. They're taking it slow, assessing their options, trying to see what the strategy is for Los Altos. Los Altos taking it slow in general, not taking as much speed. We're going to see Los Altos, however, miss the ball through the legs of another player, however.
Yeah, bit of a fumble there on the side of Los Altos team. As you said before, sir, Matthew, seems like Los Altos does not seem as Los Altos doesn't seem to have the same level of training and drilling that Los Altos team seems to have, but still maintaining that lead. Amazing defense on the side of Los Altos, doing a great job.
Number 13 trying to get it into there. Number 45 clearing it out of there, taking it from the three-point. Oh, and it will go just out of the bucket right there.
Los Gatos. Yeah, Los Gatos seems to be stuck with those three-point shots and thinking to be going for a bit more under the net.
Throw in for the Eagles.
Yeah, even though those under the net shots I think were the downfall for Los Gatos team last game, I think it's exactly what they need against this Los Altos team, which has been very good at trying to go and keep Los Gatos players out. And Los Gatos does not seem to be the best at going and picking up those three-point shots.
Number 33 bringing it back up the court. Number 13, however, losing it, but then regaining control. Number 3 is going to take the shot, but will miss it.
Not necessarily under the net, but I think that was a step in the right direction for Los Gatos team.
Call on the Eagles. Number 45 will throw in for the Wildcats. Number 3 will bring it back up court.
All right, so yeah, we're seeing a bit of more Los Gatos aggression. So are we going to see him going under the net? But no.
Number 13 taking the three-point shot, just barely making it in, getting spat out of the bucket really quickly.
Los Gatos just seems to be insisting on those three-point shots. Not sure if it's actually paying off, though. If they get one in, they'll take the lead. But I think if they just got two two-point shots in, they'll get an even better lead, and they'll be a lot more reliable. But Los Gatos is taking possession. I think we'll be seeing an under-the-net shot here. No. Far shot, not even going in there. Not quite 3 points, though. Three-point shot, though.
Number 3 taking the three-point shot. But I think Los Gatos needs to settle for one of these under the bucket two-point shots.
I think those fancy three-point shots are not working out for Los Gatos, as Los Altos is now going to be retaking possession of the ball here, moving out against Los Gatos. But Los Gatos has 2 players positioned for some mid-court harassment here. Try to go and stop or slow down. No, 3 players, sorry.
I think possession of the ball for Los Gatos is not going to be an issue, as Los Altos does seem to have a bad case of butterfingers.
Yeah, it does not seem like Los Altos is the best at holding on to the ball. Los Gatos mid-court defense has been, I think, notorious in the past few girls JV games that I've seen here at Los Gatos.
Almost making the three-point shot there.
Yeah.
Los Altos will regain control. Number 3, not wanting to let that happen, taking the ball yet again, throwing it to number 2. Number 2 will take it back to the three-point line, back to number 40. Number 40 will take it back to number 45. Number 45 will take the shot, but will miss it just short. Number 3 regaining control. Number 3 being a star player here. Number 3 taking the shot on the three-point line, but missing it yet again. Number 33 regaining control.
Yeah, Los Gatos has been great with those rebounds, trying to maximize the amount of time spent on the enemy side here. But it looks like Los Gatos is going to be maintaining possession. Los Altos not being able to go and move out, try to score some points in Los Gatos, not working out, but at the same time, Los Altos' defense has seemed very strong so far, managing to block any form of Los Gatos aggression. But this mid-court interceptions here that have been performed by Los Gatos has been amazingly effective against Los Altos' team.
Those mid-courts are just killing Los Altos right now. I think the main difference we're seeing right now between the JV boys and the JV girls is that JV girls are spending a lot more time on Los Altos' side trying to get those shots in.
Yeah, I mean, Los Gatos hasn't been able to go and get a lot of good shots off, but at the same time, they've been blocking most Los Altos forms of aggression that have been going on, forcing Los Altos into more of a defensive position, which really, at the end of the day, if you're forcing your opponent into having to play defensively and you're playing offensively, you're most likely going to win.
Number 42, very clear roughing on number 3 there.
Not quite sure what we're going to be seeing here. It looks like it's going to be throwing, though, as Los Gatos player number 21 is going to be throwing in the ball.
We're going to see a swap out for number 2 for number 12.
All right, so we're going to be seeing both teams trying to get in position. Los Gatos player number 3 trying to dash around. Los Gatos player number 40 trying to go on the
40,
net.
evening up the score. There's a nice shot.
2-2 here, and we're going to start to see Los Gatos players start to go and get in some more shots here. I think the ice has been heated up a bit, starting to melt. Los Gatos trying to go in for more offensive plays, not going for those 3-point lines. I think they finally figured out that those under the net 2-point shots are exactly what they need, as we're going to be seeing a penalty shot in favor of Los Gatos here. 1 or 2, I'm not quite sure yet.
This has got to be a good morale boost for Los Gatos. They have a very clear advantage now. They know that Los Altos cannot hold on to the ball for their life, so they're going to push that advantage and knock it out of their hands and spend as much time in their turf as they can. Nice shot there for number 33.
Yeah, we got one more going on here, though. I think Los Gatos' mid-court interceptions have been great at going and holding off any form of Los Altos offensive here, and now they are going to be taking the lead 3-2. Los Altos not in a great position, still maintaining possession. Might be a 3-point.
Los Gatos thinking a nice 3-pointer right there. Los Gatos is just going to keep maintaining control of the ball. The JV boys showing their support from the sidelines.
Yeah, Los Gatos managing to go and pull up some more mid-court harassment here, stopping Los Altos from getting in here. Most of Los Gatos' team is actually across the midpoint line here.
Number 21 taking down that ball. They're not letting that keep across.
I think Los Altos really needs to go and try to get around that midpoint defense and just push as hard as they can, because with half of Los Gatos' team on the other end of the court, I don't think they'll be able to defend if Los Altos actually manages to make a quick shot in by the net.
That's not Los Altos too much, but I'm not seeing much midpoint defense, if any, right now. They seem to be focusing their attention on getting across the court right now, instead of focusing their attention on defending their ball carriers as they move across the court.
Yeah, I think the Los Altos team should be moving a lot slower, just try to go and just smash the Los Gatos defense, rather than going and sending the majority of the team ahead and have those 2 isolated players at the back.
Number 3 will take it up the court. Number 21 passing to number 12. Number 12 will take, oh no, not taking a shot, passing back to number 3. Number 3 will take it in, taking the shot from the 2-point. Oh, but just getting spat out of the net really quickly. Number 21 taking number 12. Number 12 taking the shot.
We're seeing a lot more 2-point shots trying to come in a bit closer, deciding that 3 points aren't necessarily what you need. Another 3-point shot, though. Bouncing off the back, though, not even close.
I think Los Gatos does have the advantage here to take those 3-point shots, as they do have a clear advantage in terms of ball control.
Yeah, I think right now Los Gatos is in a position there, a lot more comfortable position. Los Altos behind by 4 points now, not able to go and provide any form of offensive pressure here against Los Gatos, which is an amazing position to go and pull off those 3-point shots. If they miss, it doesn't matter, because Los Gatos is so good at those rebounds. Managing to hold off against anything. Nice 2-point under net shot. Los Gatos now has a 6-point lead. I think Los Altos really needs to go and assess their strategy here during the end of this first period, because it is not working out for them.
Los Gatos girls just completely murdering the Los Altos girls. There's just not a chance here Los Altos will be able to come back from this. Los Gatos just having a very clear advantage in terms of ball control and the way they move around the court.
I don't know if I'd go as far to say as not a chance, but this is not looking good for the Los Altos team, as Los Gatos team now has an 8-point lead over Los Altos, with Los Altos having no chance to get across the field. Those
Wildcats.
midpoint interceptions are just being brutal.
The current score is Wildcats 10, Eagles 2, with a clear advantage in favor of Los Gatos, with the Eagles at an 8-point deficit.
Yeah, not quite as close of a game as the first JV boys game was here at Los Gatos.
We'd like to take a quick moment to thank our sponsors. A shout out to J.J. Magoo's for feeding our crew. They have yummy pizza and amazing specialty pizzas in a very nice sports setting. Visit J.J. Magoo's, located on Los Gatos Boulevard. KCAT will be offering summer classes this summer. KCAT and LGHS Recreation proudly present Los Gatos Live and News at Noon. We are offering a unique opportunity to create a live SNL show and a daily news show. Your team will not want to miss out on this amazing hands-on experience at our Los Gatos KCAT TV studio. Sign up today at LGHSrecreation.org or at kcat.org.
Also just want to give you guys a quick reminder, St. Baldrick's Day is coming soon. Volunteer to shave your head and donate your hair, or just help fundraise for the fight against childhood cancer. Contact Gold Ribbon Club for more information, or check the Los Gatos website.
I would say if you're going to shave your head, I would say go for the faux hawk or a mohawk, you know, just shave a nice line, or maybe even 2 lines, 2 very nice lines on the side of your head.
You got to go
Amazing
faux hawk or
look.
go home. Mohawk
Faux
is too
hawk
little.
or go home. All right, well, the decision has been made here by Mr. Paul.
Yeah, Paul Rufino is a big fan of the faux hawk. All right, so we're
hawk.
going to be going and seeing Los Gatos team moving out here, try to apply some pressure against Los Altos.
Los Gatos will push up against Los Altos. They are not. There's a very tight pressure right now on Los Altos. They cannot move out of the setting they have right now.
But the Los Altos playstyle seems a lot more spread out now, trying to go and react to those 3-point shots. See, here, trying to get the shot off. Are they going to pull back? No. Nice midpoint interception there, but not good enough as Los Altos moves out against the Cats.
Los Altos in Los Gatos territory for the first time in a while.
Yeah, and I think that's a good sign for the Los Altos team. Clearly having mulled over their strategy quite a bit during that in-between time during the periods.
There were 20. I'm not even sure if that was a shot, actually.
I don't know if you'd call that a shot. Really falling short here for Los Altos.
To the right.
Yeah, I think for Los Altos, any time in Los Gatos territory is very valuable time and must not be wasted.
Los Gatos trying to maintain control of the ball, but not. Oh, Los Gatos does have control of the ball again. They're bringing it up court faster than Los Altos can muster their defense. Can they take the shot in? Oh, but there will be a foul called.
I think we're going to be seeing. Is this going to be penalty shot?
No, we're going to have another free throw here. Number 13 will be taking the shot. Looks like we're going to be seeing 2 throws.
So far, fouls have been tied up fairly well this game with, looks like 3 fouls have been called on Los Altos this game. Well, only 2 for the Cats. Nice shot in for Los Gatos. Looks like if Los Gatos can be able to pull this off, Los Gatos can be able to go and bring the score up to 12-2 this game. Very nice for the beginning of the second period.
Los Gatos nailing that free throw in, or that free shot right there.
Yeah, Los Gatos managing to go and bring the difference up to 10 points now, double digits. Oh, big fumble from Los Altos team.
Number 2 is not letting the pressure off there.
I think we'll be seeing a lot more mid-court interceptions here. Los Altos having trouble getting the ball across. Los Gatos playing beautifully here, stopping any form of Los
regaining
Altos
possession of the ball,
offense.
moving it back up court, back to number 13. They're going to get possession of that really quickly. Number 2 to number 12. Number 12 taking the 3-point shot. Oh, almost going in. Number 40 taking the shot from under the net, but it is not going to go in anytime soon. Los Altos trying to regain control of the ball there. Los Altos keeping them pinned in their corner of the court, though.
Yeah, this is now looking good for Los Altos. That Los Gatos mid-court harassment has been just...
Los Altos players getting visibly frustrated with the other team right now.
Yeah, it's really hard to put into words. I really feel bad for them. There's not much they can actually do right now against Los Gatos team with a 10-point lead. We're about 1:30 into the second period now, and not much has changed. Only thing that's happened really is Los Gatos going and making those 2 points off of that penalty shot.
I think we're seeing a really distinct difference in the way the coaches are acting right now. Los Altos coach is really getting up on his players. He's yelling very loudly, whereas the Los Gatos coach seems to be taking it back easy and giving small notes where they are needed. That just shows how well the teams are playing compared to each other.
Yeah, it's very well. I mean, when you got a 10-point lead in the second period, it's time to go and sit back, pull out a Bud Light, and go and take a drink.
Oh, and a nice shot from Los Gatos, sinking it very nicely. Just a nice little rebound off the rim.
All right, so we're going and seeing Los Altos move out here, though, trying to get some quick offense, just trying to get around that midpoint defense here. But I don't think it's really paying off as Los Gatos takes possession. Probably a 2-point out net shot. Not managing to make it in here, but Los Altos defense manages to pick it up a bit slower here. Not wanting to get slowed down or caught by that Los Gatos mid-court defense here.
Mid-court defense seems to be a cornerstone of the JV girls. They cannot get that ball out of that area.
And it looks like Los Altos making a pass over here. No Los Gatos defense, though.
Except for number 40, who intercepts it. Very nice play with number 40. Back up to number 13. No Los Altos players. Oh, but they managed to catch up just in time to number 12, who will take the 3-point shot.
Not managing to make it in, though. As Los Altos is going to be retaking possession here. So far, a very interesting game. Los Altos seeming to not be able to really get by that Los Gatos mid-court defense, which has been really slowing down Los Altos' team this whole game. Well, on the other hand, Los Gatos' mid-court defense has been very strong, as well as their scoring. Not necessarily the best, but when you're in such a good defensive position, you can afford to go make those 3-point shots and miss it. It doesn't matter. And when you do make it, it's only going to give you more of an advantage.
Number 3 is going to take the passing number 12. Number 12 will pass it back to number 3. Number 3 is just taking her time, honestly, just assessing her option. Number 2 will take that 3-point shot, and it looks good from here, but it ends up going down. Number 53 taking down the number 2.
Los Gatos Team Soph taking to heart a bit of that more slow down, find a weakness, just pass, 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 find a hole, shoot. A bit of like the Los Altos playstyle from last game, but still at the same time managing to get those mid-court interceptions that we didn't really see last game.
Number 2 missing the shot.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter though when you have a 13-point advantage for your team. As Los Gatos going to be taking their second penalty shot here. Doesn't make it though, and we're going to be going and seeing. Nope, is this going to be a third?
We did see a 3 from the refs. We will see 3 points here.
Very surprising here, as now 4 fouls this game has been called against Los Altos. But now it looks like Los Altos has possession. We're going to see if they're going to be able to make it past Los Gatos midfield defense.
Also, I was thinking a very aggressive approach here, but it's a working aggressive approach, which I think is the main difference between the JV and the boys and the JV girls.
I think probably the biggest mistake the Los Gatos can make right now is to go and draw too many players to that mid-court defense. If they pull out too much and Los Altos manages to make it past, there's going to be no one defending home, and that could be exactly what Los Altos needs. But if Los Gatos manages to remain conservative, but at the same time take advantage of those mid-court defense, they can really go and exploit it and manage to get a bunch of these 3-point shots off. Comfortable in the knowledge that Los Altos won't be able to actually pull out and get a shot in against them.
Los Gatos is just not letting control that ball go to Los Altos, and that's what Los Altos needs, and they're not going to let them get it within the slightest hope of a doubt.
Yeah, and it looks like whenever Los Altos does get that ball, it's going to be stolen by Los Gatos players. Yeah, as we just saw right there, actually, Los Gatos player number 2 managing to go and wrestle the ball out of Los Altos player number 24.
Number 3 taking the ball back into control of Los Gatos.
Los Altos managing to take possession here, but don't know if it's actually going to work out for them. Probably going to be stopped by that Los Gatos mid-court defense. All right, so we're seeing Los Altos move out over here, trying to go get something going on here. No mid-court defense this time from Los Gatos. Kind of wondering what's going on there. It's been one of their strong points this game. We're going to actually start to see how good Los Gatos defense actually is.
It appeared to be very strong. They have the Los Altos players cornered in there.
Yeah.
I think Los Gatos knew Los Altos was going to come in. They decided, you know what, we're going to give them this one, and we're going to let the mid-point defense fall back as we have a reliable defense.
Yeah, not quite sure if it worked out, though, with Los Altos now going and getting their penalty shots here. Taking the first shot, not going in, though. About every point here counts for Los Altos with a 13-point deficit. A missed penalty shot is not what they need.
And with 3 minutes left in the game, in the period, sorry. Los Altos really needs to mesh up those points, otherwise they are going to lose this match.
I'm going to be curious what Los Altos is going to be able to cook up during halftime here, because they need to go and take advantage of that third period advantage to go and try to assess Los Gatos' strategy, try to figure out how to get past that midpoint defense.
But 45 getting crushed in there.
Yeah, I think we're going to be seeing from Los Altos a lot of play trying to push back that mid-court defense. But at the same time, Los Gatos might actually go and recognize that and pull back to more of a standard defense around the hoop, which I think might throw off Los Altos' play style quite a bit here. As we're seeing right here, not as much mid-court defense going on right now. As Los Altos tries to get the ball on, but the Los Gatos defense very strong here as Los Gatos player number 3 moving across the field here. Passing Los Gatos player 2. Might see a mid 3-point shot. Bounces off the back rim. And it looks like the ball went out.
Los Gatos seem to be letting Los Altos breathe a little bit here, maybe to recuperate their own defense, or maybe to give a false impression of a fallback defense. But we are seeing that midline start pushing up again. However, we do have a significant. Oh wow, nice little tap there from number 2, tapping it as the player released it. Number 33 weaving out of the Los Altos players and pushing back up, pushing to number 3, who will take the 3-point shot and almost seeing it put back off the rim.
Yeah, we're seeing some great play from Los Gatos, trying to make this a low-point game and just maintain their score, not necessarily going for as many shots as possible, just trying to go and get those three-point shots, knowing that when it goes in, it's going to give them a big advantage, but also knowing that if they miss, it doesn't matter because that mid-court defense is just shutting down all forms of Los Altos aggression. Basically meaning that if you lose the shot on a three-point shot, it doesn't matter. You can just come back and take another one. And that's not what Los Altos wants.
Los Gatos pushing on the midline defense again. Number 11 caught in the middle there. Oh, but number 40 with a nice sweep in there.
Yeah, that was a good sweep by Los Altos player number 40. And then we're going to go and see Los Altos take possession here, try to move off across against Los Gatos. Trying to get in here, but Los Gatos mid-court defense holding up very strong here as we're going to be seeing Los Gatos players surround Los Altos. Los Gatos now taking possession here. Is going to be moving out.
Number 3 will take it up the court. Los Gatos players already thoroughly buried within the Los Altos defense. Oh, and number 40 missing that shot there.
So far, it looks like Los Gatos has kind of taken a bit more of a laid-back approach on their scoring. As I said before, is the three-point shots not the most reliable. Los Gatos, I think probably one of the big things Los Gatos needs to work on is that they are going to go for this mid-court defense. They really need to go and exploit those three-point shots. They need to practice it. Not the best. You see Los Gatos coach getting up a bit more, talking, but to his team probably not so happy that we aren't seeing as much mid-court defense as would probably be expected here after such an amazing defense going on at the beginning here. Los Altos trying to get in position, probing Los Gatos defense. Nice three-point shot though for Los Altos. Managing to go and get a 10-point, bring that lead down to 10 points from 13.
Los Gatos not happy about that. They're going to bring it back up the court, and they're going to go for a very aggressive offense like how we saw earlier. Trying to take another shot.
Not the best on the rebound though, managing to get surrounded there. It looks like Los Altos might be taking possession. No, Los Gatos is keeping possession here. Going to try to go get another shot off. Try to go and make the scores a bit more evened up. Well, I say evened up, but probably going to go and try to go and give themselves more of a lead than they already do. 10-point lead, though, is not something that you're going to see every game, though.
Number 3 will bring it back up and around. Passing to number 2. Number 2 will bring it back in, too. Passing, try to get it out of there. Oh, and there's a foul called.
All right, not quite sure what type of foul this is. Looks like it's just gonna be Los Gatos maintaining possession here, trying to go and keep that lead going, not trying to overextend, knowing that that midpoint they don't really need to. With that, actually, I think we might want to see a bit more actual aggression coming out of Los Gatos. They can afford to go and lose it in the mid. Well, actually, I'm not quite sure actually, because if they do lose it on their offense, then their players will be out of position. Los Altos will be most likely behind Los Gatos players, which means that Los Altos will be able to go and pull back and get a free shot. So I'm not quite sure what we're going to be seeing here from Los Gatos. Like, we could see these continuation of three-point shots or a lot more aggressive pushes that was actually, I'd say it happened a lot in last game from Los Gatos coming player team. But I think overall, I think this three-point shot would be very nice for them to go and maintain it.
I think the aggressive strategy is working a lot better for the JV girls. They've got the skills to pull it off quite nicely. And we're also seeing, with a minute left in the period, we're seeing the Los Gatos girls have a very, very clear morale advantage.
Well, yeah, morale always helps you out. It's kind of hard to win basketball, actually, when you're psyched out to go and get those three-point shots in or two-point shots. Any shots is really what Los Altos needs at this point in the game. And as I said before, it's going to be interesting to kind of see what Los Altos is going to come up with and go and beat the Los Gatos team. With an 11-point lead in favor of Los Gatos, this game is not shaping up well for Los Altos.
Number 3, snagging that right out of Los Altos' hands, trying to bring it back in. But will she be able to clear it out in time? She will be able to. Take the number 12. Number 12 will take that three-point shot, which will almost go in. Number 3 recovering it again. She is everywhere on the court today. Number 3 trying to bring it back around. Bring it to number 13. Number 13 to number 45. Number 14 trying to get under the net, and it just rebounded back to Los Altos' hands.
Yeah, so far Los Gatos has been maintaining that three-point position here, and
we do have a foul called with 11.6 seconds left.
Yeah, it's going to be very interesting seeing what's going to be going on during halftime right now. So it looks like we're going to be seeing Los Altos in possession, but the Los Gatos mid-court defense is going to be holding him off. Nice ball, Los Gatos might be able to go pull this off under the net shot, or are we going to see a three-point shot?
Bringing it back
I think we're seeing under the net.
Rebound off.
Number
21
nice
rebounding
rebound.
off and rebounding. Number 21 getting that last second shot in, and that is the end of the second period. That'll be the end of the first half of this match. brought to you by KCAT TV 15 Los Gatos.
All right, let's do a quick summary of these first 2 periods here. So far, Los Gatos have been great on those rebounds. Those rebounds, probably, I'm trying to decide if those rebounds were better than the actual mid-court interceptions, because those rebounds really allow Los Gatos to maximize those 3-point shots, knowing that, so if you're going to shoot one shot, you're going to bring it back to the midfield, and if you do have really good mid-court defense like Los Gatos has had, they'll block it. But really, if you're going to go and do the 3-point shot, and you go and get 4, maybe 5, say 6 3-point shots because of those rebounds, then it's going to be a lot better, because you have a higher chance that with all those shots, one of them might go in, which I think is probably going to be even better for Los Gatos than their defense already is, which has been stellar this game.
I think Los Gatos' mid-point defense has been kind of the cornerstone of their entire defense and their overall strategy this entire game, because it's allowed them to keep aggressive control of the ball and keep the majority of the game in the Los Altos court.
Yeah, mid-point defense has been very strong, and I think we should be, after a quick shout-out to one of our sponsors here, I think we should be going and signing out for the rest of this
remaining halftime.
Yeah. So let's go give thanks to our sponsor, Mary Badami, owner of the Farmers Insurance Industry, which is conveniently located in downtown Los Gatos. Mary offers great prices, practical advice, and superb coverage. Visit
www.farmersagent.com/mbadame. We'd also like to remind you that you can donate to KCAT, and it is tax deductible. For $50 tax deductible donation to KCAT, KCAT's will announcers, that's us, will shout out your player's name, number, and position on our live broadcast. Visit us at the announcers booth or mention @KCAT on Twitter.
Yeah, it'll be great. All right, so I think we'll be signing off here.
All right, we will see you. This is Matthew Vitale. We will see you next half.
All right.
And welcome back, folks. I'm Matthew Vitale.
And I'm Paul Rubino.
All right, we're going to be coming back into our second half here with Los Gatos at 18 and Los Altos 5.
So far, this has been a really interesting game, as Los Gatos has been very good at trying to contain the Los Altos team so far, trying to go and stop them from scoring points. Well, whenever they score, they go for those 3-point shots, but it doesn't matter if they lose it, they get that, because they have all that mid-court defense that really just shuts down the Los Altos offense.
Yeah, the Los Altos offense has just not been able to get any sort of a push in here, because the Los Gatos mid lane has just been too powerful for them to get over.
Now I'm very interested in what Los Altos has come up with to go try to conquer this new Los Gatos play style, as we go and see the Los Gatos team move out here.
Los Gatos bringing back up the court. Number 13 will take the shot right here, almost getting in there, but bouncing off the rim. But they're going to have a little battle down there below the net. Number 12 will take the shot from the 3-point line and almost get it in.
Los Gatos is doing a bit more of the offensive push play than we saw last time. Maybe try to go and throw off Los Altos' new game strategy. But it looks like we're still seeing that mid-court defense there.
Number 3, maintaining control of that ball. They are not want to let possession go to Los Altos, because they know what happens when Los Altos gets possession. They go right for the juggler. They go right underneath their net, where Los Gatos' defense is weakest.
Yeah. Los Gatos has been playing great this game. We're going to go and see this short, long shot.
Great 3-point shot from number 13 there.
Yeah, it's been really wide, Los Gatos. Los Gatos hasn't been the strongest at those 3-point shots, but they've been really good at actually getting them in and managing to go and get those rebounds off. And when you get the rebounds and you have that defense advantage over
no one defending Los Altos right now.
Yeah, that was exactly what she needed to do. Nice under the net shot, managing to go get that nice score there. Get some more points for Los Gatos. The score is now 23-5 in favor of the Cats.
The Eagles just taking a beating right now, not being able to get anywhere near Los Gatos' side without getting the ball knocked out of their hands.
Yeah, some great play from Los Altos here. But Los Gatos, man, it looks like Los Gatos' possession here is going to be moving out very soon. Kind of curious what they're doing, because they seem to be a lot, well, I won't want to say a lot more offensive, but they seem to have a lot more of those pokes that go straight into the Los Altos defense. Trying to go and maybe scare them a bit. Trying to make them play a bit more defensively here. Not quite sure. Really, Los Gatos, all Los Gatos has to do is just maintain their control over the Los Altos and just try to keep Los Altos contained. And as long as you can go and do that, Los Gatos is won.
Los Gatos just maintaining control of the ball. That is key for them right now. They just maintain control and not let Los Altos happen, because they can take as many shots as they want now. Los Gatos just taking as many shots as they feel like it. They're just having a field day at Los Altos' expense.
As long as we don't see a lot of Los Gatos over-aggression then we should be good. But if Los Gatos starts to go and overextend a bit, start to get a bit cocky, push in a bit too much, leave their defense open, overextend in the mid-court, we might be able to go and see Los Altos make back a few points. But it doesn't seem like Los Gatos is doing that, though. Los Gatos seems to be very good at maintaining their control, not overextending, but at the same time managing to go put on enough pressure for Los Altos to not really be able to do much.
Los Gatos will be getting the free throw here. One shot. Number 13 lining up. Miss Tiana McBurnelin.
Nice shot off the back there. Looks like Los Altos is trying to make it across, but Los Gatos is doing some great midfield defense, but no players in position here. But not quite good enough.
Quickly reacting, number 3, Brossard, bringing back up the court, speeding as fast as he can. Number 13 will take the shot, and nice rebound off the backboard into the net.
Yeah, it's a good under the net rebound there for Los Gatos. Los Gatos now putting on some more mid-court harassment.
Number 21,
Los Altos.
Regaining possession of the ball for Los Gatos.
Yeah, looks like Los Gatos is going to continue their push here, trying to go and contain Los Altos. Managing just to run circles around the Los Altos defense here. Another three-point shot.
Nice shot.
31-5. And I'm going to have to take a couple seconds here to go figure out what the difference is. It looks like 26-point lead in favor of Los Gatos over the Los Altos Eagles.
Your education dollars at work here, folks.
Yeah, it is.
We're going to see a timeout on the field, which means we will take a moment to thank some of our sponsors. Heritage Bank of Commerce is a proud sponsor of KCAT TV 15. Heritage is a premier community bank founded by business people for business people. Start and grow your business today by visiting Heritage Bank on Los Gatos Boulevard.
Yeah, Los Altos did not take advantage of that halftime period to go and discuss a new strategy. It didn't work out. Los Gatos managed to go make a few more points, and now they're even more ahead than ever, and Los Altos is in a bad position. We are almost halfway through the third period now, and they are in no way closer to winning this game than they were at the end of the first period.
All right, we're going to see the game come back into action here.
All right, so we're going to be going and seeing... Actually, Los Gatos is moving out first. Yeah, I think that's about right, and we're going to be seeing Los Altos also taking their positions here, trying to go and, I believe, put on some pressure.
Los Altos will start with possession, which means the girls are going to fall back into a very defensive formation. They don't see any midpoint defense being showing up here.
Yeah, looks like Los Gatos is trying not to overextend that midpoint, but at the same time, I'm not quite sure if this is the smartest move. I think that midpoint is very strong for them. Even though they aren't seeing the exact level of what they're having before, they shouldn't be as... I don't think pulling fully away is the smartest move. I think you need at least 1 to 2 players out there just to go get some good interceptions, and at the very least, go and try to mix up Los Altos plays a bit.
Also, is keeping a tight defense on there, but they have taken out player number 3, which was one of their strongest players now, but they switch her in for number 2, which might play significant difference, seeing as how much of a key defensive player number 3 was.
Yeah, well, you have to go and rest sometimes, and you can't just keep on using the same player over and over again, or else they'll get tired out. And I think they want to be saving probably, I'd say player number 3 is probably their top player. Not only is team captain, but very strong at those mid-court interceptions here. As now looks like Los Gatos is trying to get across here, but we're seeing a bit of Los Altos mid-court aggression going on, but Los Gatos managed to move around past that, and it looks like Los Altos is going to be taking possession here and trying to move out against the Cats.
Los Altos moving it across the court for once in a while.
Yeah.
We haven't seen this in a very long time. They're trying to get it. Oh, we have a traveling call on Los Altos. Is it on Los Gatos?
All right. I don't know if Los Altos seems to have not really had so much time in the enemy field. And so far it seems like they haven't been utilizing it so much. When they get there, they seem to not really know what they're actually supposed to be doing. They stop and they usually take a look around, and by that time Los Gatos Cats are upon them and they don't actually have many options besides to go and either drop the ball and just pass it to someone else, which is also going to get surrounded. So Los Altos has not been that great at when they do manage to slip through. They haven't been using it to its maximum potential, and they've just been really got this mindset of being stuck back defending. They haven't been able to get into a good offensive mindset. They've been stopped every single step of the way by Los Gatos mid-court defense, and it really hasn't been helping them out.
Los Gatos player number 45, Layla Herzi, will take the shot here.
Bounced off the back rim as looks like Los Altos is going to be moving out.
Los Altos pushing it with no mid-lane aggression.
Yeah, I don't think that was the best move by Los Gatos. Actually starting to think that the Los Gatos player number 3 is maybe actually like the force behind that mid-court aggression, really holding it together. Without her presence, doesn't seem like Los Gatos is doing so much. But a nice shot off for Los Altos there. Nice 3-point shot. Los Gatos is moving in here, not taking any of it. Slipping right past Los Altos' defense though. But I don't know if Los Gatos can be able to make the rebound here.
Try to get out of there.
All right, we're going to be seeing Los Altos taking possession here. And very quickly will be upon Los Gatos' defense. No Los Gatos mid-court off defense, though, which is very strange, though. Has been one of their greatest assets this game. And so far, the lack of it, I think, has been starting to hurt them as Los Altos has now made their first shot in
about 2 periods.
Yeah, 2 periods.
Hopefully Los Gatos will bring out their mid-lane aggression. Otherwise, they are going to have a very difficult time holding back the Los Altos offense.
Yeah, Los Gatos' defense has not been the strongest, actually, from what I've seen. They seem to be good at holding it, but they aren't necessarily the strongest in the world. And Los Altos, they seem that when they get there, they seem to be very good at trying to go get those shots. And not necessarily, sometimes, you know, they stop, you know, when they think about it. But when they do actually start to get into that mood, Los Gatos' defense does not seem the strongest in the world, which is maybe why they go and focus so much on that mid-court defense.
Also having difficulty holding onto the ball right now, which is very disappointing as opposed to their progress last game.
Yes, we're starting to go and see Los Altos team move out across the field. Probably a bit disappointing, actually, for Los Altos. Most likely hoping that this game will be a bit similar to last game, a lot closer at the very least. This game has so far been a bit of a mop-up for Los Gatos, but a nice shot for Los Altos. Los Gatos, I think, really needs to start to have to go, just think about, like, their mid-court defense, because when they start taking that away, Los Altos has started to score points, and Los Gatos, on the other hand, has not been getting those 3-point shots. And I mean, they're taking the shots, but they just don't have the comfort room which they had before.
Taking a 2-pointer right there from number 2, Miss Anna Christensen.
All right, so we're seeing Los Altos move out across the field. No mid-court defense holding him back now.
2 minutes left in the period.
Right, so we're seeing them pass around, try to go and figure out something going on here. Starting to get into that mood again. Bit of an overextension, shot falls just short. Altos trying to come in here, but Los Gatos managing to take possession.
Pushing back up the court. She has no defense to deal with, except number 11, who just shoves her out of the way. What a...
Not quite sure we're going to be seeing there. Is it going to be a penalty shot, or...?
You're going to see a definite penalty shot right now. She's been sizing up the shot.
Yeah, very interesting game so far. Interesting even more that Los Gatos player number 3 is still off the field. And I'm kind of waiting for when she's going to be traded out. Most likely going to be coming in during the 4th period to go and try to disrupt any form of Los Altos play, because Los Altos has been doing an okay job comparatively during this 3rd period, but hasn't really taken the initiative which they needed to, which I'm not even quite sure if it's possible, because that 35 points on the Los Gatos side is very intimidating when your team has only 10.
The 21, Alex Anthony, sinking that low shot right there. And Los Altos will try to bring it up the court. It looks like they're regaining their mid-lane aggression.
All right, so we're seeing Los Altos move out here, try to go and get a nice shot on him. Bounced off the top, though. Looks like Los Gatos is going to be getting possession here. He's going to be moving off Gatos field, but we're seeing some Los Altos midfield aggression here, but no, not being able to hold anything, just pulling straight back. Los Gatos manages to run straight through that mid-court defense there.
Number 2 trying to break. We'll be throwing in for Los Gatos. Number 33 lining up to take it.
So far, fairly interesting game so far. Los Gatos playing magnificently, managing to go and maintain control. They started to slip up a bit in this 3rd period, but with such a large lead of 27 points, it's really hard to go and say, man, guys, we're going to win this, because you really can't. 25 points is a lot, especially with only 50 seconds left in the period, and there's 1 period after this. This is not working out for Los Altos, and I think they're going to have to be...
Nice 3-point shot from number 10 there on Los Altos.
I think they're going to be having to toss in the towel here. Even with that 3-point shot, I mean, 13-39, not necessarily the most even scores in the world.
Los Gatos keeping the players shoveled in there. I think Los Altos has a very poor defense right now. It seems a bit scattered as compared to earlier. Los Gatos rushing back up the court, trying to intercept it, setting up the defense quickly. More players on the field. Oh, and they're intercepting it, bring it back up. They're going to brim it off the backboard, but to no avail. 13 seconds left in the period.
Yeah, 13 seconds left, and we're going to be seeing exactly what's going to be coming out of Los Gatos' team, which is going to be maintaining possession here. Try to go and see if they're going to be able to go and score a couple more shots, or they're going to go and try to pull back and just try to stop any form of Los Altos push.
No, 33 will take the shot. Off the rim.
All right, so what we're probably going to see right now is a frantic dash to see who can get to the ball first, and if Los Altos gets it, it's probably going to be a full court pass across to go and try to get in that last 10-second shot.
Miss Gelfman missing the shot.
All right, Los Altos is going to maintain possession here, and we're going to probably see a massive mad dash. Going to try to get as many points as possible. Probably only going to see a 2-shot. Might see a 3-point shot, but I think that's probably going to be the extent of what we're going to be seeing coming out of Los Altos in these last few seconds of the game.
Mid lane defense pushing up heavily. She is trapped inside there. A call against number 11 for shoving the player. We're going to see Los Gatos be throwing in. Regaining possession of that ball is key for Los Gatos.
Are we going to see another point scored for Los Gatos in these last 6 seconds of the game? Some quick passing back and forth, but only 3 seconds left of the game. We're going to see a quick pass, but I don't think it's going to make it in. Yeah, bounces off the backboard.
And that will be the end of the third period. Los Gatos Wildcats 39. It's Los Altos Eagles 13.
So far, very interesting game, interesting gameplay. I really like what Los Gatos has been doing. That containment strategy has been working in their favor so much. I think it's probably a lot better than what we see out of the JV games, where we're seeing a lot of those big pushes. Quantity over quality does not work out in this game.
Yeah, Los Gatos' quality has just been over the top, insane. I mean, whereas Los Altos just seems to be wanting to get in there and just take those shots. They've taken a lot of shots, but none of them have been really hitting. I mean, they are at 13 right now.
Yeah, well, I think a lot of the reason why Los Altos is going and taking all those quick shots is just because Los Altos needs to. They don't actually have that much time. They go in there, but the Los Gatos defense is immediately upon them, and you have to take that quick shot because you know that it's just a miracle that you managed to get past that mid-court defense by Los Gatos, and you don't want to have to go through that all over again just because you went and stayed there for a couple seconds longer to try to line up the shot.
And we will go into the fourth period. Los Gatos Wildcats 39, Los Altos Eagles 13.
All right, so I'm really interested. I don't honestly know what the Los Altos coach is saying to his team right now. The score is 26-point advantage for Los Gatos, 39-13.
We're seeing player number 3 on the field, our team captain, Carolyn Brossart.
Los Altos players not looking that happy here, as we are now in the last and final period here. Fourth period, as we're seeing Los Gatos take possession here. Los Gatos player number 3 on the field, probably their top player.
Sauntering up the court, taking the time, single-handed players, getting them in formation, passing number 13, who will pass it to number 45, who will take a shot from underneath the net, but to no avail.
Bounce back down as Los Altos is going to be retaking possession. No! Nice, well, I don't even know if I would call that mid-court, but a good interception at the very least.
13 off the backboard from underneath the net.
Yeah, nice under the net shot there from Los Gatos, as we're going to be seeing Los Altos move forward here, try to go and get in position.
Number 3 is pushing her back up the mid lane. Los Altos with a serious case of butterfingers, not being able to hold on to a ball. Number 13 bringing it back up the court, bring it off the backboard. Oh, but it goes off the rim, back into Los Altos control. But number 3 getting ready for that mid lane aggression.
Yeah, that wasn't the best full court pass that we saw there, as we're going to be seeing Los Gatos going and retaking possession here.
Number 3 waiting to throw in.
I'm curious Matthew, what do you think you could actually do against this Los Gatos strategy? Do you think big pushes could work against it? Like, I think maybe if you go and have your team come in at once and just try to burst through that mid-court defense, might work out. Might be exactly what Los Altos needs. But besides that, I don't know if there's that much you can do against this. That Los Gatos mid-court defense has been so strong, you can't really get around it without outnumbering Los Gatos' team. And Los Gatos seems to be very good at devoting a large majority of their players, 3 players at a time, that's half of the team over there, but not too many, so that when Los Altos does manage to break through, that there will be no defense back at home.
I think the one hole we are seeing in Los Gatos' defense is that they cannot keep up when the ball goes over their mid lane. So if they can manage to pass it over the mid lane, then we won't see Los Gatos being able to catch up, because the majority of their players are focused on the opposing team's court. Los Gatos sinking in more shots, bringing the score up to Wildcats 45, Eagles 13.
Yeah, this game is not looking pretty for the Eagles this game as they're going and trying to desperately find a hole in the Los Gatos defense. Fairly good, actually, trying to go there, but not good at getting those rebound shots off as Los Gatos is slowing down a bit, trying to get around this mid-court defense that's going on by Los Altos here. As we're seeing Los Gatos going and just shooting around, going for another three-point shot because they know they can afford it. They've got that mid-point defense that really just stops the Los Altos team from managing to go and get the ball across. So if they lose the ball in mid-court or on the three-point shots, it doesn't matter because you'll stop them at mid-court. And it looks like no Los Gatos mid-court defense here as Los Altos moving across. Kind of an interesting choice there coming out of them, deciding to play a bit more conventionally, moving out a bit but not overextending a bit as Los Altos is trying to find a hole here. Trying to go for that three-point shot but bounces off the front rim.
Number 40 keeping the player locked in there.
And it looks like the Los Altos player is stuck in there. Not much room place to go.
Los Altos will get a free throw. They will be getting one shot.
Yeah, but at a maximum 1 point is not going to be helping you out against.
Strength, they'll be getting 2 shots.
Right.
But that will still not do much against the 45-point advantage.
Yeah. If both shots go in, then the score will be brought with a 30-point advantage in favor of Los Gatos, which at the end of the day, I don't really think that Los Altos will be able to do much with that. I don't even know if Los Altos has much of a hope of bringing it down to this single digits because Los Gatos is so far into that high point lead advantage.
We're gonna have to agree with that right there. I mean, with a score advantage of 45-14, there's not much you can do, and they must have a demoralizing one there because they're cheering extra loud for each other because Lord knows they need it.
Yeah. All right, so we're now seeing Los Gatos move around here, try to go and get some passes across. Trying to run around the field, going straight in. Not quite sure if it was the best move, though. Rolling down the rim, but still managing to go in. I don't think that was a three-point shot.
That will be counted as a 2-point shot from number 40, bringing it off the rim and into the bucket.
Yeah, it looks like the score's now 47-14 in favor of Los Gatos. We're seeing Los Altos going and trying to move out over here. Nice three-point shot, though, bringing the score 47-17 with a 30-point lead in favor of Los Gatos.
Los Altos singing a nice three-pointer there. I mean, Los Gatos needs to catch up on that, or Los Altos might have a slight chance here.
I don't know about that with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left in the game. But I would be interested to see for Los Altos to go and try out some interesting plays here. I think what Los Altos should really be doing right now is just try to go and experiment a bit with some new interesting plays. Not because they don't really have much of a chance of winning, but they are going up against an enemy team that doesn't know their plays. So I think it'll be very good for them to go and try to experiment here and try to figure out how the enemy team reacts to some of the things that they'll do and most likely use in later games.
And it seems like Los Gatos is doing just that right now with a quick push around, trying to drop it around to other players, testing the defense, seeing where it's coming in. They're seeing the Los Altos players are just pushing in heavily and trying to shark in on them.
They're seeing a lot of passing going on here, and looks like an attempted three-point shot, but looks like it's going over here as Los Gatos is going to be pulling back as Los Altos is now taking possession.
Los Altos will maintain this possession, which means Los Gatos needs to either prepare for some mid-lane aggression or they need to get their defense ready.
Looks like Los Gatos has gone to pull up that midpoint defense here. Not going for the not looking for the mid-court defense, but just looking to try to hold the net, keep them out. Not quite sure if it's the smartest move here. Trying to go for three-point shot, but bounces off the back. Yeah, bouncing off the backboard here. Los Gatos is now moving forward, trying to go and push into Los Altos territory. I think we might have just seen a foul. Not quite sure if it's going to be a throw-in or a...
It looks like a free shot for Los Gatos.
1 or 2.
That is being decided right now. I cannot see. If I would have taken an educated guess, we're going to see 2 shots.
Looks like we got 2 shots here. Los Gatos might be able to go.
Number 13, Tina McBurlin.
All right, looks like so far
Sinking
the first one goes in. Score with the Los Gatos advantage of 31, 48-17. We're going to go see if we're going to see another shot scored by Los Gatos, or are we going to go and see a miss bounce off the back and Los Altos taking possession.
3 minutes, 11 seconds left in the period.
Los Gatos has gotten that shot in and now has a 32-point lead advantage. And Los Altos is trying to get across here with some of that midpoint, looks like we got to travel against Los Altos as Los Gatos has managed to go and hold the defense there and is done so once again retaking possession.
Number 2 and number 13 are going to push up the court. Los Altos trying to get on that mid-lane aggression, but number 11 is not going to be able to get into that because number 3 and number 12, oh, and a slap to the back of the head from number 42 to number 12 in Los Gatos.
Not quite sure what we're going to be seeing here. Looks like it might be forming up to be a penalty shot. No, just a throw-in.
We are going to see a throw-in. Number 3 will be throwing into the rest of our team. It looks like Los Gatos has information. They know how to do this. They're going to whip right around. Number 12 will take the shot from the three-point line and sink it in quite nicely, bringing our score up to Los Gatos Wildcats 52, Los Altos Eagles 17.
Yeah, not so great and for Los Altos. 35-point advantage for Los Gatos. No, I don't think there's any hope here. Bring it down to single digits for the advantage with 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the game.
Number 2 bringing it back up the court. There's no Los Altos players to defend here. However, number 11 will get in with that aggressive mid-lane aggression, but they will pass it off to number 12, who will pass it back to number 13, who will take it past number 3, possibly going for a three-point shotter here, or maybe throwing it around, trying to get a clearer shot.
Yeah, I think we should be seeing some more Los Gatos experimentation play here, just trying to test out a lot of their plays, not going for probably their best style of plays, just try to get some experience in against an actual enemy team that doesn't know their plays in defense as well. I'm not quite sure what happened, but it looks like we might be seeing another penalty shot in favor of Los Gatos.
We'll see actually be seeing a penalty shot in favor. In favor of Los Gatos. On number 13.
Two throws. We're gonna go see first point in a couple seconds.
The one from Tiana McBurlin.
That one rolls around the ring.
Pressure McBurney-Lin. She'll take the second shot now.
Bounces on the front ring as she goes in and misses her second penalty shot. It doesn't really matter though with a 35-point lead for Los Gatos over Los Altos, but no, looks like you're given a third shot here. Once again, bounces off the backboard and rolls out.
It doesn't seem as if there's much Los Altos can do there. Lambs to the slaughter in terms of Los Gatos' mid lane defense, which they have reinstated as they did not, as Los Altos thought it was gone.
Looks like Los Gatos is just trying to go put on a bit more pressure here. Doesn't really need it though with such a high point advantage, but kind of interesting to see what the play is going on here. Going to be seeing a bit more, I don't really say, but a lot more aggressive play coming out of Los Gatos at the very least.
We're going to be seeing a throw-in for number 45. Oh no, we're going to see a free shot from number, the penalty shot. Wow, what is going on here? Yeah, we're going to see a penalty shot from number 45.
It does not look like Los Altos is being very good with being put under pressure here, as we have Leah Hertzy on the penalty shot.
We have a minute 37 left in the game with Los Gatos Wildcats at 52 and Los Altos Eagles at 17.
All right, we're seeing the Eagles move out across the field. Curious what they're going to be seeing here. Not quite doing so much. Running around a bit, trying to go underneath the net. Shooting up a bit high, though. Might be able to get that shot. And no, Los Gatos defense being very strong here. It looks like Los Gatos is taking possession.
A lull in the action here.
All right,
Los Gatos will bring it back up the court.
Los Gatos going to be moving across here. Los Altos trying to get some mid-court interceptions going on, but not quite working out here. All right, we're seeing some of the Los Altos varsity boys team moving out here in the back, if you go and see that. And it looks like Los Gatos trying to go get another three-point shot off, but falls short, hitting the front rim.
They're just jumping around here. Having not even a height advantage, but still managing to get shots over the heads of Los Altos players. However, they will fall back down the court, trying to set up their mid-lane aggression, but missing the shot entirely and just passing it over the heads of the other team.
Yeah, Los Gatos really needs to improve on those three-point shots. They take them a lot, and I think they're in a good position. They have good reason to take them, but I think they aren't that great at actually hitting them in. They've got all the sit-up, but I think really probably Los Gatos needs to go and practice those three-point shots, which really haven't, well, it's been working out, but it's not as good as it could have been.
Well, 30 seconds left in the period. We'll see what happens out here. No chance of Los Altos regaining control. just let Los Gatos take them like lambs to the slaughter.
It's pretty close to that, at least. With 52-17, Los Gatos might be able to score another point here. Not quite. Los Altos is taking possession. 21. Nope.
20
Timer's
seconds
back on.
left in the period.
Los Altos moving across the field, court, trying to go figure out something. Not quite sure what they're going to be doing here. Going and probing around. Trying to go for that three-point shot.
Los
Not working
Gatos will
out.
regain control. We have a fight for control of the ball on the court. 4 seconds left in the period, and we will see what appears to be a free throw for Los Gatos on the Los Altos side.
Yeah, so far the calls have not been in Los Altos' favors, with 9 fouls against Los Altos, with only 1 against Los Gatos. So far, not the greatest, I think, for Los Altos.
Do you think there's a mercy rule in basketball?
I wish there was, man.
It'd make our jobs a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Yeah, 4.7 seconds left in the game, 52-17.
Will she get one last shot to kill them off?
Nope.
Goes
Ball
behind
going
the
back.
hoop. 1.5 seconds left in the period.
1.5 seconds. I'm ready to see Los Altos get that massive comeback here. Come on, Los Altos. You know you can do it.
And that will be it. That's all she wrote, folks. Los Battle continues with a varsity boys team taking to the court to start their warm-ups. Los Gatos Wildcats 52, Los Altos Eagles 17.
Not even time for the ball to come across the field. Man, that was a brutal game, I have to say. Los Gatos just dominated the playing field.
Absolutely brutal. We'll be back next match with our announcers, Ken and Harrison Torrens. Thank you for watching. I'm Matthew Vitale.
And I'm Paul Rubino.
See you next time.